Imagine a photo of the Milky Way rising next to the majestic mountain peak of Tangle Peak in the Canadian Rockies. Is it possible? Will it happen? Let's figure it out. Hello, PhotoPiller, Rafael the Bar here. Tangle Ridge was one of my favorite spots we photographed during our crazy expedition to the Canadian Rockies we did with Rachel John Ross to photograph the Milky Way and the Aurora Borealis. Tangle Ridge is an impressive 3,000 meters, 9,800 feet mountain summit located in Jasper National Park. Due to its pointy shape, it forms a beautiful triangle under the stars. And we were so lucky to photograph it at minus 42 Celsius. Here you see Uncle Tony enjoying the cold. I'm glad we survived. Now let's imagine that you want to go to the Canadian Rockies to photograph the Milky Way rising next to Tangle Ridge. The question is, when does it happen? Well, let's use the PhotoPills planner to figure it out. Let's go! By the way, this workflow that I'm about to show you will help you plan any Milky Way photo for any location on Earth. And as always, when we want to plan a photo, we need to place the red pin next to our subject. In this case, I have the red pin in Menorca, so I'll tap on the load button at the bottom and type Tangle Ridge. And here I have it, and the red pin is placed right on top of this beautiful rock formation. Next step is to place the black pin on my subject, so I have my subject clearly identified on the map. So I'll zoom on my subject here and I'll go to panel number 2. We'll zoom a little bit more, panel number 2, tap on the button on the panel and place the black pin right where the Tangle Ridge is. And now I'll place the red pin on the shooting spot. And actually here there is a nice, where are you? Parking area is where we stopped in our PhotoPills expedition to the Canadian Rockies with Rachel John. So I'll do a long press on the parking slot. I'll drag and drop it a little bit more south. And yeah, I have my red pin on my shooting spot. This beautiful parking slot that has this beautiful parking area from where we have a very beautiful view of Tangle Ridge. This pointy and triangle shaped rock formation. Okay, next step is to switch on the Milky Way information on the map. I only have the sun and moon information on the map, so tap on the map settings button here and switch off the map layers of the sun and the moon and switch off the Milky Way layer by tapping on the eye next to the Milky Way layer. Cool, and now I have the Milky Way layer on the map. Okay, I have my shooting spot. Let's find the shooting date and time. The first thing I'll do is to go to the second Milky Way panel on the top. Yeah, this one, and I'll double tap on the time bar to set the date to today and now. So now I can check the position of the Milky Way for today, for tonight. And you see, the Milky Way is actually in today's 25th of May 2023. The Milky Way is rising behind Tangle Ridge. So in May you can get the shot. But let's figure out when, or all the months that you can get this shot. As you know, when you plan the Milky Way, what I usually do is to tap the icon of the Milky Way on the top panel to jump to the next date, new moon date, where the galactic center will be visible. So if I tap on the icon, time jumps to August. It's when the Milky Way it's back to visibility, because in Canada, probably in summer, the Milky Way core won't be visible at night. So is the Milky Way rising next to Tangle Peak? No, the Milky Way is rising and the galactic center is rising in the south, east, west directions. So I'll keep tapping the icon on the top panel to jump to the next new moon until probably I'll have to get to February, because it's in February when you start getting the Milky Way rising next to Tangle Ridge here. Nice. Actually, it was in February when we captured and photographed the Milky Way here in the Canadian Rockies with Tangle Ridge. So February is a good month. Let's see, March. March, of course, is a great month. Let's see, April. April, of course, it's a great month. And also May, it's another great month. So from February to May, you can go there where the red pin is and photograph the Milky Way rising next to Tangle Ridge. And as you probably know, as you see, the Milky Way arch is represented by this white dot arch, and the galactic center is represented by the largest dot on the arch. You want to visualize the shot or the position of the Milky Way in the sky in the 90 arches, tap on the 90 R, and if you imagine that you are at the red pin position, you'll be able to visualize where the Milky Way is. This is the core, thick part of the Milky Way, so Tangle Ridge is over there, and I have the Milky Way rising next to Tangle Ridge. Pretty cool. Use the 90R, guys, to understand the position of the Milky Way in the sky. So then you understand, just by looking on the map, on the arch on the map, the position of the Milky Way in the sky. Also, the picture on the top panel is telling you how high or horizontal is the Milky Way in the sky, where the galactic center is. So cool. So I have my plan. If on May 7, 2024 at 2:44 a.m. I am at the red pin position, I'll be able to photograph the Milky Way rising next to Tangle Ridge in the Canadian Rockies, which is what I wanted. And I know that I can photograph it from February till May. All I have to do is to choose a date based on the moon I want. If I don't want moon, I'm gonna choose it around new moon. But sometimes you want to have a little bit of moon to lead the foreground for you, to lead the mountain for you. Super interesting. And of course, another thing you need to take into account are the weather conditions, the clouds. So you need clear skies, of course. And this spot is amazing for Milky Way photography because there is no light pollution at all. Cool, but one more thing, let's plan one more thing. Let's plan the focal length we need to use to get the shot we want. Okay, to plan the focal length, we'll use the Field of View map tool. Tap on the map settings button, and then the map tools, tap on FOV is the Field of View tool. Go back to the map, and now set the camera. I'm gonna set the Nikon Z6 that Uncle Tony uses all the time. It's a full frame camera. For the focal length, I'm gonna start with 14 mil and see what happens. And I'm gonna be focusing on the stars or even the black pin. You can also focus on the mountain or the stars. At night it's better to focus on the stars or use the hyperfocal distance. And then I'm gonna shoot in portrait, in landscape, and I'm gonna frame a line with the black pin. So I have the field of view here. And you can see what will be in the frame and outside the frame. Maybe I prefer to go a bit wider, so I'll go with a 14 millimeters focal length, much better, so you can capture more of the landscape, more of the mountain too, and more of the Milky Way and more of the sky. Where are you? Here. Great. So yeah, I think 14 millimeters focal length works very well. So this is how you can really easily plan your focal length, because you can visualize what will be in the frame and outside the frame thanks to field of view that you see moving now on the map that I'm dragging and moving on the map. So cool. Okay, we have the plan, and this is the photo Uncle Tony, the photo that Tony took during our Milky Way and Aurora expedition with Rachel Jones in the Canadian Rockies this year. It was amazing. And we'll be back in November for edition 2. And if you wish to join one of our expeditions, make sure to subscribe to our newsletter, because it's in our newsletter where we announce our expeditions and where we sell all our spots. Subscribe. Now, if you still learn how to plan the Milky Way, if you still learn how to photograph the Milky Way, I invite you to download and study well our super detailed Milky Way photography guide. I'm gonna leave a link in the description of this video and in the first comment below. Download it. Now, tell me, what photo would you like me to plan for you guys? Leave a comment in the comments below, because I'm ready for action. I love planning photos, so tell me, what do you want me to plan, and I'll plan it for you. As always, if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday in another video. And remember to have the power to imagine, plan, and shoot legendary photos. Bye.